Hey, what's up? This is Matt. I'm trying this again because I already made a review for this, but it was too long, so let's do it shorter. X-Men Collector's Preview. Collector's Preview. Might just make this a two-parter. Year of the Mutants. Got everybody there. Bishop, Blink, Banshee, Sunfire, Wolverine, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Colossus, unknown character that they never ended up using, Rogue, Magneto. Year of the Mutants. So this is basically, it was a collector's preview for people who really wanted to have an outline to follow as they collected every single Age of Apocalypse title there was along the way, and this does well at that. Got everybody's name involved here. We got a table of contents, which just tells you every possible thing about it. Rewriting the history books, Hembeck, Dressed for Disaster, The Dawn of Our Destruction, Heart of the Destroyer, Flipping the X-Men for TV, New World Order, A Map of the World, Midwinter Madness, Blast from the Past, Mutants ×3, The X-Files. This is the table of contents. This is an editorial. After Xavier, rewriting the history books, shows a picture of the new Cyclops and Havoc chasing down humans. They're obviously evil now. The infamous picture of Legion and a Magneto standing beside the coffin of Xavier. The Man Who Never Was. This is just explaining what happens now, the differences between the two realities, the Age of Apocalypse reality and whatever it is the original continuity might have been called. The new costumes for Sabretooth and Wild Child. Goes through everything. All the new plot foundations that need to be laid are laid in this issue. Magneto starts the X-Men, blah blah blah. Cyclops, Havoc, and the Dark Beast are evil. There you have it. These are all the names of all the new titles. This is kind of a funny little comic strip. This is what if millionaire Hiram Lodge became Professor L and started the X-Men. This is what if Sam Malone from Cheers started the X-Men and they're all drinking. Apocalypse is washing a dish. What if producer George Martin, producer of the Beatles, formed the X-Men? This is Mick Jagger as Magneto, and the Beatles are all the X-Men. So that's just something for comical relief here, because they just felt like making fun of themselves. Like, why not do it first? Dressed for Disaster is just a creating costumes for the Age of Apocalypse article where it shows the writers. This is Steve Epting, who recreated Havoc, Cyclops, Beast, and Mr. Sinister. Adam Kubert, this fella, recreated Wolverine as Weapon X. Tony Daniel recreated Gambit, Jubilee, or just Jubilee, Lila Cheney, Bishop, Gambit, and Sunspot. New pictures for Sunspot, Jubilee, and Gambit. You got Nelson McLuty making the new Sentinel design, and Mr. Steve Scroce making the design for the X-Man and the new Forge. Joe Madureira making Sabretooth and Wild Child, the new Sunfire, Angel, Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Andy Kubert remaking Jean Grey and Banshee, and here Chris Bachalo, who remade Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, and Colossus. This is called The Dawn of Our Destruction. It's actually the personal memoirs of Xavier. So he goes through explaining everything. I'm not going to spend too much time like I did last time with that, so as to keep the video shorter so I can actually post it. These are the new designs for the Sentinels. He talks about the new Horsemen of Apocalypse. He talks about his love interest with Rogue and how she broke up with Gambit to be with Magneto, and now they have a child that they named Charles. This is an interview called The Heart of the Destroyer with Scott Lobdell. Once again showing some imagery from Legion Quest. yeah, just a lot of good stuff. This is called Flipping the X-Men on the Tube, which is an article completely based on the TV series. Here's some imagery from the TV series, Corsair and Havoc. And they're basically talking about the episode that they based, or the couple episodes that they based on Age of Apocalypse loosely. This article is called The New World Order, where it explains Apocalypse's dominance and just reveals kind of the style of his basically mechanizing the city, basically turning it into a killing camp, a killing machine factory. These are the stations that he has surrounding the continent of America to protect his. They're like watchtowers, because Apocalypse now owns America basically. This is the world map, which I think I might get into, and I'm just going to do this in another video because it's pretty complicated. Midwinter Madness, just talking about some more of the writers, I believe Fabian Nacizia or whatever. Yep, I've never actually read all of this stuff, so this is just borderline boring to me. Reading these types of things, hard to keep track of, but still very cool to have. This is called Blast from the Past. It's just about other X-Men storylines that have been about alternate realities, the Macron Crystal and things like that. This is called Mutants ×3, which I'm not sure what it's about. This is a neat little picture of the X-Men 2099. X-Men 2099. This is called the X-Files, which I believe is like the last little rundown of the original reality based on the insights of Xavier, ending with a little memoir about Apocalypse there. And this is on the back cover page, an article posted about an X-Men contest. Who are the all different X-Men? You decide. Here's a picture of all of their blanked out silhouettes from the alpha cover, and if you sent in on an index card your correct guesses to every one of them, then you won one out of the 100 variant chrome cover special editions for that issue. So that's pretty neat. I just kind of like to have little memorable pieces like this, you know, because that might have been something that somebody got really excited about at one point during that time. But that's my video. I wanted to keep it real short and sweet because, like I said, I already tried to post one and it was about 16 minutes long, and then they cut it off of YouTube. So I'll make a separate video on the map of the world, kind of laying down the situation of Age of Apocalypse geographically. This is the back cover that shows the original X-Men, and they're all just kind of like the glass is shattering, and they're turning into, you know, it's basically a replacement reality, a replacement universe, because of how much damage has been done to the time continuum. So this is the end of my review. This is out with the old X-Men and hello with the new. After this, we're getting into the Age of Apocalypse storyline pretty heavy. So keep up, and hope you keep in track with viewing my videos still, and leave your comments and questions. Thanks.